I see a church in Australia that has not only local but has international influence. A church in Australia that has branches stretching well beyond these shores to foreign places. And this year marks an amazing moment in the history of Calvary Christian Church as we announce our first ever international campus. In November of this year, Dustin and Sarah Bell, who currently lead our Townsville campus, will be relocating to the city of East London, South Africa.
The opportunity to build a church here in South Africa is really pretty amazing. And so as soon as we saw the church and started to connect with the city, we really felt like there's a unique opportunity to do something that's not being done yet in the city. And there's 400,000 people in the city, plus about another 1 million people in the surrounding region. And so it's a pretty cool opportunity.
Hey church, welcome to our Calvary East London facility, and I'd love to give you a quick tour and update of all the developments happening in our building as we prepare for launch on the 18th of February next year. Hey church, we are just 5 weeks away from launching our next Calvary campus and our first overseas campus. Our key priority when we were visiting at the start of December was to begin renovations. And George Pappas was just absolutely brilliant. We are feeling good. It's been go, 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 getting everything done, but the build-up for East London has been so long. I mean, we've been talking about this since November 2016. In the main auditorium, heaps of progress happening. We've got a team of upholsterers this week. We're aiming to get all of the seats refurbished this week. Massive job. You'll see the blue curtain has come down. We're painting that over so we can put a new black curtain in, and eagerly awaiting Ray Bartram's arrival so we can get all of that completed. And so it is all on track for February 18. We have just finished our very first 9 a.m. Calvary East London service, and it was amazing.
So many new people were here, and the reports have just been flowing in since the service is completed. How have you enjoyed it? People have loved it. Lots of new people, loads of people saying yes to Jesus at the end of the service as well. So we're just excited to see what God's doing in this city and through Calvary in East London.
I think we had somewhere in the vicinity of about 1,000 people in church just this morning. We've still got tonight's service to go.
I see the world in light, I see the world in wonder, I see the world in light, bursting in living color. I see the world your way, and I'm walking in the light. Have you ever seen the wonder in the air of second life?
Hey church, we just finished our first Calvary East London service, pretty amazing. Our worship was fantastic, the team have done really well, and the church really took hold of it, and it's just an amazing place to be, amazing place to worship. Goosebumps were to be had everywhere.
Hey church, we've had an amazing day today. Already the energy levels, the new people around our church, all our new friends are loving it, great reports. Everyone's saying it's fun, it's friendly, it's not what they were expecting, so I love it, it's so exciting.
I see the world in grace, I see the world in gospel, I see the world your way, and I'm walking in the light.
One of our prayers when we came to East London was that God would bring great people to us who would help us to get the church up and running here. And I want to introduce you to Callum and Taryn, who have been a godsend. Callum runs a factory.
Yep.
And Taryn, what do you do for work?
I work in the medical industry.
That's
surgical.
right. Have given so much of their time. In fact, Callum has project managed all of the renovations and has spent how many weeks working here?
Since
December?
middle of December, so yeah, well, 6, 8 more.
So
8 weeks.
6 or 8 weeks working, as I understand it, like 40-hour weeks here at the church.
It became full time.
Whilst trying to run his own business as well, and has just done it out of the goodness of his heart, and because as a couple they really believe in the vision of what we're doing. And so I wanted people in Australia to see you guys because you're an incredible blessing. People in Australia gave funds so we could renovate the place, but it's people like you that made sure that money was well spent and put to good use. And so on behalf of everyone in Australia who gave towards the renovation, thank you so much for overseeing.
Thank you to them. Thank you. I wouldn't have had something to believe in and something to sow into if it wasn't for them. So they've made all of this possible, which is amazing.
Well, we love you and appreciate you.
Thank you.
I see the world your way, and I'm walking in the light. Oh, I say, I see the world in grace. I see the world in God's glory. I see the world your way, and I'm walking in the light. I'm walking in the light.
So we want to say a huge thank you to everyone in Calvary in our campuses in Australia who helped make this happen. Without the generous giving of people in our church, without people praying for us, without families being willing to send daughters or sons or family members to come over and serve on team, this wouldn't have been possible. And so we just want to say a huge thank you. And this is just the beginning.
Wonder in the wild.